Welcome, everybody. Here in the real audience, they're watching on YouTube. Super excited to have you all here. Remember, if you like what you're watching on the channel, please subscribe. And now, without any further ado, please welcome Bad Bad Hats!
Saturday night, places racing past me, spitting hydrogen light. I wish that you would ask me if I'm feeling alright. The shadows you were casting nearly swallowed the night. Shoulder blades soft like a tune. I wanna hear you tell me you don't know what you do. The words you were not saying nearly filled up the room. But God, I could have kissed you. 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 Midnight between
Thank you. Thank you. And hello, YouTube. Thank you for joining us, YouTube. I would now like to play for all of you a little song I wrote when I was studying abroad in Paris, France. Ooh, la la. If you've never been to Paris, France, I do hope you get a chance to go sometime. It's a really wonderful place. The bread flows like water. It's a paradise. When I was there, I ate a baguette every day, which was perfect because it gave me the energy I needed to walk to buy cheese. Yeah. It fit really well in my lifestyle. One time when I was studying abroad in Paris, France, I was riding the subway, which they call the metro, and I was eating a sandwich, which they call a sandwich. And I was halfway through enjoying my sandwich when I realized that I had eaten most of the paper that it was wrapped in. Turns out that's not how they do it either. But that was kind of my experience in a foreign country, you know? Highs and lows. highs and lows, just kind of figuring it out. But the best part about being there was that it was a very inspiring, romantic place, and I had my guitar with me, and so I was writing a lot of songs when I was there, and most of those songs became what is now known as the It Hurts EP, our very first release. But I also wrote this song that I'd like to play for you, which is a little love song about missing someone, but worrying that they don't miss you as much as you miss them. 1 second, though, I need to get a little ambiance here. That's French for vibe.
You never say you love me, but you never let me fight you. Can get you off my mind, babe, so I bite this dress to spite you. Oh, baby, cause I hate you, cause you don't know what you got. And I'll wear it to your house, and I'll let you take it off, cause I wanna be the one who holds you. I wanna be the one who says goodnight. I never get to see you, but you never go away. I'm talking to the ceiling and asking you to stay. And sometimes I think I've lost you, you've forgotten that you cared. Then you call me in the morning just to tell me that you're there, that you wanna be the one who holds me. You wanna be the one who says goodnight. I never get tired of dreaming, it's you I'm sleeping for. Wish I knew what you were thinking when you kissed me on the floor. But I'm not sorry that I let you, or that we did this whole thing wrong. And I never say I love you, but I meant it all along. So boy, just let me hold you. So boy, just let me hold you. Don't you dare say goodnight. You never say you love me. I never say I love you. You never say you love me. I never say I love you. But I wanna be the one who says good night.
Thank you. Thank you. I often joke that I write love songs for a living, but it's not a joke. It's what I do. And I love writing love songs. It is really my, like my passion, my hobby. And, I write a lot about sort of the usual stuff, breakups, unrequited love, the storyline to A Walk to Remember. Yeah, that's the big three. But I wanted to challenge myself to write a different kind of song, and to write a song about something a little bit more personal to me, and that is the death of my dad. My dad passed away when I was in high school, and it's obviously something that's been like a big part of my life and kind of my journey, but it's never been something that I've been able to write a song about until recently, until this album that came out last year. Of course, this song is still a love song of sorts, because that's what I do. But it's sort of about making sure that you tell the people you love that you love them when they have a chance to hear it. So that's the song. It's called Priority.
just a glowing television, and the ghost of things unsaid. wishing it obvious, yeah. Man, my head away, missing nothing, man, my head away, missing nothing, 'cause I was in the room when you were leaving, and the two said when you find the feeling. I was in the room when you were leaving, and the two said when you find the feeling. Man, my head away, missing nothing. Man, my head away, missing nothing. Man, my head away, missing nothing. 'Cause I was in the room when you were leaving, and the two said when you fight the feeling. I was in the room when you were leaving, and the two said when you fight the feeling. I was in the room when you were leaving, and the two said when you fight the feeling. I was in the room when you were leaving, and the two said when you fight the feeling.
Thank you.
My heart get no satisfaction, crawling into bed with you, mad about some small infection. The worst thing to happen to you is my is my is my heart in love with you. My heart get no sympathy, calling into bed at 3. You do not stay, you make it clear. The worst thing to happen this year is your heart, is your heart, is your heart in love with me. My heart get no second chances, turning myself inside out, partner to my bed dances.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So as I mentioned before, I love songwriting, and I also really love the way that songs and like TV and movies just go so well together. Like they're very complementary mediums. So I thought it might be nice to sort of set a scene for this next song, that we could just sort of a fictional world we can live in while we hear and experience this next song. So let's see, it's 1987. I'm at the prom. For context, I'm not the most popular person in my high school, but the popular kids find me beguiling and bewildering. I kick open the doors of the gym. Jaws drop to the floor. That's because a glamorous widow in my neighborhood gave me a makeover. I'm pushing my way through the crowd. My dress is so big, it knocks freshmen to the floor. My crush is at the snack table, ladling punch into a cup. He senses that the energy in the room has shifted. You bet it has, because I've made my way across the gymnasium. A spotlight hits me. A spotlight hits him. He turns slowly. Our eyes lock. And he says, dang. I like you in this awkward phase. Shut up if I was strung with A's. And I had this dream copy in place. Your arms reaching out to touch my waist. And I've had one too many. My mouth feels heavy, but the night feels now. Whoa, the band starts playing. Do you feel like staying? Can I go with you? It's just you and me swimming in the turnstile. 3 a.m. with the candy at you. Yeah, you don't know how to play Milky Way. Everything's too sweet to you these days.
this memory, burn it to CD, play it in your desert car. Hey, train starts rocking. Do you feel like walking? Can I be with you? I used to see you in me spinning the turnstile.
Thank you. Thanks so much, everyone. We again are Bad Bad Hats from the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minnesota. Thank you all so much for being here at our very first Baker City show. Wow. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Please give it up for our friends, the Ophelias, who opened the show this evening. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We've loved touring with them, hanging with them. I really enjoyed seeing their set tonight, especially under this beautiful disco ball. It just felt right, didn't it? Obviously, if you'd like to say hi to us, we'd love to say hi to you. The Ophelias will be here flanking the stage, selling our wares. So please come see us. We got t-shirts, hats, CDs, vinyl if you prefer a larger CD. So whatever you're looking for. We'd love to say hi to you. If you do have a mask on you, if you wouldn't mind wearing it at the table, we'd appreciate that. We would love, normally we take photos with you, but in the time of COVID, we're not going to do that, but we would love to be in the background of your photo, as though we were a historic landmark or like a beautifully painted wall. Yeah, we'll stand behind the table and we'll be like, yeah, or we'll like lean to one side and you can pretend like you're holding us up. I think that we could have fun with it. So please do come see us. We have a couple more songs for you this evening. This next song is actually inspired by my love of pop music. I love riding around and listening to the top 40 music station. And a few years ago, I heard a song I really liked called Habits by Tove Lo. I don't know if you know the song. It's sort of like, I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Cool. If you've never heard the song before, that's exactly what it sounds like. So now you have. Anyway, I heard that song and I was like, I love this song. It's so great. And then I was thinking, there's so many cool songs about love and drugs, and your love is my drug and my drug is your love. And I thought I would like to write a song like that. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of writer's block for me because I actually have never been high. I know, you can't believe it because I'm so chill. But it's true. I've never been high. But I said, that's okay, Kerry. You can write your own spin on the classic. So I wrote a song called Nothing Gets Me High. See what I did there? It's both literally true and also a metaphor for how falling in love later in life never feels quite as magical as the very first time you fall in love and you're 14 and you're sitting on your bed like this surrounded by your NSYNC posters, and you're listening to the mix CD that your crush made for you with nothing but Modest Mouse on it. And you're thinking, dang, I really do it all for the nookie. That's what this song's about. It's called Nothing Gets Me High. Thanks, everybody. We have one more song for you.
Let you shame on me. Let you twice count to be. bites the bullet, swallows the pea. I don't wanna be afraid of you. My was running away. I don't wanna get used to you, never coming my way. What? Thank you. Excuse me, would you like to hear one more song? Yeah, all right. We'll do it. Sorry I lied to you before about the last song. That's just show business. Thank you all so much again for being here and for having us and hosting us. It really means a lot to us. We're Bad Bad Hats. We have one more song for you. So you want to know just how I feel about you. I could live without you, just don't want to. I cross my heart and let it die. But my ashes are dying, the prize my mind. And I is so it hurts. But I got chained up for cover. And the phone rings to start. You were honest tonight, but I sit inside so. You're turning like secret at the window. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
down lower,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so there's not as much light in my face.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is very different.
You're in the
I
spotlight
can't
now.
see Lauren, so now I can.
Hello.
Thank you, Bad Bad Hats, for being here.
You
what
got
a
it.
super fun evening.
Thank
What
you.
some people may not know is not only are you a fantastic rock star
Thank
that
you.
writes love songs,
Yep,
but you also have this thing called the Buyout Rocks
that's right.
because you write about food on tour.
I do.
Let's talk about that before we talk about music.
Great. Tour is 75% figuring out what you're going to eat. Searching, driving, and then doing the actual eating. And we love that tour has brought us to so many different places, and we've been able to try so many different kinds of cuisine. And we do try to sample the local cuisine as much as possible. And in doing that, I've made a very large spreadsheet of places that I really liked and wanted to go back to. And it had always been a dream of mine to put them together on a website so other touring bands could reference some of the places that I have loved on tour. And just sort of share the culinary wealth in that way.
And Chris does illustrations
Yes.
of the food
That's correct.
on the blog and on the Instagram page.
Yes.
And so one of the places that you went to was in Champaign, Urbana, Illinois,
Yes.
where you ate a food that you normally detested.
That's correct.
And what kind of food was that?
That would be, and apologies to the city of Chicago, deep dish pizza. Not generally a fan. I'm kind of a New York style pizza lady
Sure.
myself. I normally found deep dish to be a little bit too much of the bread and cheese. But my mind was changed by Papa Del's in Champaign, Urbana.
So if any of you are ever in Champaign, you
That's
should
right.
definitely go to Papa Del's. So Kareen and I are both originally from Chicago.
Oh, you
And
are?
so
Nice.
when I read that, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting to see whether or not you're converted. So,
I was converted. And
Excellent.
again, apologies.
so we have another thing in common that you may or may not know is I have never been high on purpose either.
Oh, yes.
I was at a Psychedelics Furs concert in 1989,
Cool.
and I had a contact high, and every time that they lit back up, I felt better. And when I got home, I was like, oh my God, I have to have like 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches
Yeah.
because I was so hungry.
Yes, yes.
And
yes.
So speaking of that, did you ever get to the bottom as to whether or not Taylor Swift, in an interview, said she loves that song of yours?
Brian, we have not seen the video ourselves. I cannot directly confirm that it exists, but at least 4 secondary sources have said that they've seen it. So we think it exists, but I unfortunately have not seen it with my own eyes or heard it with my own ear that T Swift is a fan. That would be nice. I do wish I could see it.
You would think after tagging her, she would confirm.
I know, you would think that,
Yeah,
but I guess
mean,
she's
she
kinda
doesn't have
busy.
anything better to do
That's
than
right.
be like, oh, look, this other band tagged me,
I
right?
know, just to take a quick second from recording her albums over again, yeah.
So during the pandemic, one of the things that you and Chris did
Yeah.
was the Islands in the live stream,
Yeah.
where you would pick a theme
Yes.
and do like an hour show
Yeah.
there in your space on these themes. Like, how did that affect your songwriting? Because you had finished Walkman
Yeah.
by the time COVID had hit.
Yep.
But then you spent a lot of time doing other people's songs, which isn't what you normally do.
Yes. I mean, it was one of those things where I wasn't writing anything in that time because we were spending so much time learning covers that was just like taking up all of my brain space. But then when we stopped doing it, I do feel like sort of like the floodgates opened because we transitioned into a Patreon where we were sort of doing the themed thing as well, but for original songs. So it was like we'd write like an original 60s song or an original like surf rock song. And I feel like all those covers, like learning all those covers must have inspired certain things. It's like hard to know like exactly in what way. But yeah, I do feel just like the practice of learning different songs and like picking different themes and like listening to a lot of different songs like in different themes. sort of put us on the path of our Patreon. And that process has been very fruitful, and like we're already done pretty much with our 4th record, which will hopefully be out in the somewhat near future.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we sure hope that you will come back on tour and grace the stage here again when
We
that
would
record comes
love
out.
to.
Yeah. So it was super fun. Like, let's talk about music and your live shows.
Sure.
So like on the records, there's times where it's like, oh, this sounds like it's backward masked.
Yeah.
But you pretty much do a great version live of
thank you.
everything that's recorded.
Thank you.
And so you have like 6 or 7, 8 effects pedals there.
Yeah.
And you have the synth pad over
pad,
here.
yep.
Like, how do you make it work so well on stage versus in the studio?
Well, thank you, first of all. But yeah, when we record, we try not to limit ourselves in any way, which is great because we just sort of play whatever sounds fun and record whatever sounds fun. But then when it's time to play it live, sometimes we're in trouble because we've recorded a song as though there are like 7 of us, but there's just the 3. So we do take some time to rearrange the songs, to sort of like break them down to the most like important elements. And go from there. It's just sort of like which lines would be the most memorable, which if we can let Chris do like the chord progression, I can do like the riff. And then having this pad is really helpful too, because it can fill in a lot of like, 'cause in a lot of our choruses, you know, there's sort of like a high, like bright synth that sort of makes a nice, sort of like makes everything feel like nice and flowy. So the pad can do that, so I can do other things on the guitar. But we do take some time to sort of like come up with a new version for the live set. That's why it's great. And you see the show, and you get the record. The record will be its own listening experience that I hope people enjoy, sort of separately and in addition to the live show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, for us, Lightning Round and Walkman have been on heavy rotation
Nice.
since 2020, when Brian Swanson first sent me an email saying, hey, I'm working from home. You're probably not booking music, but if and when you are, let me know.
Cool.
And so I was really thankful that Brian sent that email, because I'd never spoken to him before.
Oh, nice,
and,
yeah.
So it was so great, and he's been wonderful to work with, and so really glad that you guys came.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. Thanks everybody for coming out to see the show.
Yeah.
Like, buy all their merch.
That's right.
So that by the time they get to Neuralex on, is it Sunday?
Saturday.
Yeah, that they don't have any more to sell.
That's great.
Yeah, you should buy it all now.
Wiped out.
Seattle can have some, and maybe Doug Fir can have some.
Yeah.
But then you're also playing Bend at the Volcano Winery.
We are, yeah.
And then Salt Lake City, and then back
And
to
then back
the Twin
home.
Cities.
Nothing to it.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, we are so thankful that you came here, and yeah.
That's correct. We
Yeah.
have a little bit of a drive, yeah. Yeah, we'll just be booking it home at that point.
I think there's like some sort of big gas station that has the name America in it and a
Yeah.
green dinosaur, and maybe you could get some soda and some Milky Ways
That's
there.
correct.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we'll be doing.
Well, thanks, Kerry.
Thanks, Brian. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks, Chris. Thanks, Con. Thanks, Ophelia's.
Okay, thanks, everyone.
Thank you all.
Yay.
This was great.
Thank you.
Woo!